Okay, we should be good to go.
Meeting is live streams.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Susan. I've got Chelsea up there, but my name is Susan. I'm going to walk through mostly what you guys are going to do next, and then we'll have some time for some questions and answers. And then obviously if Taylor has anything to add while I'm going, she'll pop in. Kind of what I wanted to start with was the quadrant journal, because I can kind of work most of what you guys are going to do next through the quadrant journal. Taylor's going to share an image of that for you guys, but the quadrant journal is made up of 5 areas. You've got customer acquisition, artist acquisition, customer retention, artist retention, and then mindset work. So I'm going to kind of start in the artist acquisition. Kind of where you guys are going to start is you're still going to make sure that you're sharing the product, that you creating a posting schedule is super helpful. So I highly recommend working on creating that schedule and then sticking with it. You want to make sure that you're sharing about your life and not just the makeup. Customers need to like, know, and trust you. So you want to keep that balance. I recommend taking, and it says here on this page, 15 minutes or so, comment on people's posts. That's really going to help you connect with people. And then you can start asking for color matches and party hosts that way. And then as you have your sales, you can ask your friends or your customers to do a review for you. And that's also going to help spark interest within their friend group. As far as jumping in and getting either hosts or color matches, you just have to ask. Message people, I like to try to message 4 or 5 people a day and ask them if they're interested in a color match, especially if they've liked my makeup videos or something. You'll start taking their names down, and those will be the people you want to reach out to. Now we're going to jump over to the artist acquisition. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m., there is a recruiting, like a team recruiting call on YouTube. We'll share the link with you guys. If you have somebody interested currently, you can invite them in to watch that.
Just to clarify, it's 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So then it'd be 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yes. Thank you, Taylor. There will be a YouTube link for that. And then you'll want to just start talking about the artist program, and that's going to help drum up interest. It's best to kind of keep it as a natural conversation. When you're just talking, then it's not weird, and people will usually come to you, but it's really good to reach out and ask them also. Then you'll move into customer retention. You want to make sure that you're always following up with new customers. You want to make sure that they're liking their makeup, make sure their color matches are good, make sure that they're applying it the way it needs to be applied, and that they're not having any complications. If they are, that's when you'll problem solve with them. Another way you can reach out is when they're getting low on, when they're getting low on their tins, of reminding them when it's time to order. And then also, like, as they're getting ready to order, you can go back and ask them if they're interested in hosting a class for you. That's another good way to bounce back in to getting classes. You want to connect with people, so make sure you're still talking to them about more than just the makeup. Send out like happy birthdays. Make sure you're commenting about their posts and their life. And then you've got artist retention. As you start building your team, you really want to make sure that you're keeping your artists and that they're thriving. So making sure that you're still doing a mentorship call or a mentor call with one-on-one coachings. On here, on this one, it says you can meet for coffee, go for a walk, or even have a phone call, which I think is kind of fun if you're local. And then last on the quadrant journal itself is mindset. mindset is huge when it comes to this type of work. You're gonna have good days, bad days, but trying to push through all of that and then still see the positive, not getting caught in comparing yourself to other people and how they're working or what they're doing with their business. You just really want to stay focused. Focus on your own strengths and what you have to offer. And then you'll hear from every single one of the leaders. The podcast personal development is huge. We have a whole list of podcasts that we share. We talk about them. And then I think, are you having any questions?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I mean, I have a question, but not my questions about color matching. Like I can do the color matching. I've done them in person because I have a lot of people that I can do, but I'm so nervous about the ones with the photos. And I don't know if you guys talked about that last week because I was not able to meet, but yeah, that's my one question right now.
Oh, perfect. That's going to help like segue into the next little bit. So we have Telegram chats that we will have. You guys will share a link and you guys will be able to join those Telegram chats. There's one specifically that will help you with color matching. So you'll want to, I know that we talked about it in the beginning of the boot camp, make sure that you're getting like a really clear photo in front of the window. And then we'll have you line it up side by side with the colors and make a suggestion of what color you think it is in that chat. And then the leaders will help you work through that color match. That way you don't feel like you're alone. And then we've got a community chat Telegram that we'll do, like Taylor will do a Mindset Monday. I do a Business Tip Tuesday. Lauren does Win Wednesday. We've got a Teeny Thursday, and then a Share Your Paycheck on Friday that kind of helps keep us together as a good community. And then there's also an announcements chat that we share trainings and any other information that you guys need there. So we will have a list of that so you won't be color matching on your own for a while. Does that help?
Yeah, that does.
Yeah, it's to be expected, honestly, that for a good bit, you're going to be posting all your photos there and one of us will respond and tell you what colors. Like Susan already said, though, we do require, it's our only requirement is you take a guess and you can be completely off. Like it could be someone who is aura and you're saying mango, like that we don't care about. It's the process of kind of thinking through it critically that we've noticed helps people learn it quicker. But then we'll come back in and be like, okay, here's why we chose, we're recommending this color if we do disagree with you. That way you can like take that information in as well.
Yeah, that makes me feel so much better. Because that's the one thing. I have no problem with in person. I feel like I can do that well, but I'm so nervous about the photos. How long does it take you guys? How long does it take other artists who've been doing it for a while? Or how long did it take you to feel like confident when people send you color match photos?
Personally, took me to be completely independent, like where I wasn't sending, things were a little bit different back then. Chelsea's my upline, so I was sending them directly to Chelsea, and I did that for about 4 straight months. And then I had a really big sales month. And after I got a bunch in 1 month, I was like, okay, I can do this, So, but I have girls that are on my team that I'm still helping with, like that still post their ones. And I mean, I think it's less about the time and more about the volume you're getting. So like I have girls on my team that have been, here for a year and are still getting color match help because they're just, they're considered maybe what we call a walker, where they're not, getting as many color matches and getting as much exposure. So it's very, very, hi, Connie, welcome.
Hi there. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
We're just kind of going over next steps and, giving you a lay of the land of what's to come. Just to clarify. So basically we'll keep this new artist boot camp open in case you want to go back and reference it, but nothing starting like we'll do a wrap up on October 1st, but then after that, we're going to have you completely transition over to Telegram. Facebook has just gotten really hard with like communication because notifications don't pop up, you know, things can be delayed, where Telegram is an app on your phone and it's pretty instantaneous. I think at least some of you guys might already be in that, but that's
Yeah.
where we kind of switch to. And then obviously you won't get every day what to post, but you have a sense of what to post. And like Susan just went over, you know, what you should be sharing about and thinking about. But then we do, like Susan said, we give a lot of tips, and then we'll also share content too. Like if someone comes up with something or we find good slides, like, so you're not like on your own after this. It just will be a little less structured, if that makes sense, but you're always welcome. Ask questions in there. Also reach out to your mentor. I think you guys are both with Chelsea, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with Chelsea.
Yeah. So reach
So
out to her and so forth. Go ahead. Yeah.
I missed a lot of things that I was supposed to do.
That's okay. Yeah.
So I
So-
may go to the boot camp thing and like try to catch up on some of that at some point.
I think that would be an awesome idea. And so this boot camp, just to give you a sense, was really designed in mind for what we call the runner in this business, who is like ready to go full blown and like launch their business. But we also have what we call walkers and joggers in this business. So it's okay if it takes you longer than the 30 days. So I would encourage you, because we intentionally thought about like what skills you need to, you know, build up success. So focus on, you know, a 60 or a 90-day period of kind of getting through the content.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Susan. Sorry, I kind of took
No,
over
we're-
like usual.
No, you're good. You're good. Because actually, I did, as I was going through some of the stuff in the quadrant journals and creating a party, I actually completely skimmed over this part. When you guys are creating your parties, because Taylor did make a point that Facebook has been really jumbled. It's hard to follow lately. The algorithm is off. So Taylor and Lauren did an amazing training on Squee the other day, and she shared that link for you guys already in the boot camp. So when you guys are going through and trying to figure out how to create your parties, I highly recommend watching that training and possibly moving over to Squee. It doesn't mean that you can't do like a Facebook party or an Instagram party, but that's just another outlet for you guys. And there's trainings for those and launch party templates that you guys can follow, and tons and tons of graphics that we share in the announcements and in Telegram. You guys will be able to find that as you're being added into all of those chats.
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead. You have a question?
So the graphics that we're seeing with the colors and sort of just all the things, can we use those?
You
The
can
things that we're seeing?
Literally anything you want, you can use. There's no limitation. So
Okay.
yeah, use whatever you see. The only every once in a while, like if someone's like sometimes, like for example, we'll get like estimations of incomes, for example, or ranking.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
we can't
sure.
share that, but we'll say like do not share. So unless it says do not share, just you're under the assumption you are more than welcome to share.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yeah. I will also say with the Telegram chats, just to give this heads up, there can be an adjustment, you know, especially the community chat. People will chat back and forth, ask questions, that type of thing. Give yourself some grace in it. Like you don't need to keep up with everything. So I actually recommend muting that chat. And then if you have a question or you want to find something, then go into it. The one I do not recommend muting is the community announcements, because you want to stay in the know. And if you mute it, you're not going to get notifications for it. You also can mute the color match thread as well. You'll see people are constantly dropping in their color matches. That one though can be good to sometimes take a little bit of intentional time, like go back in and say, hey, I really want to learn color matching. Let me go in my mind, make a guess about this person's photo. Okay, what did the leader say?
Oh, yeah.
So it can be a really good learning tool, but I would make intentional time to go into these chats so you don't feel overwhelmed. We're trying to put all the important things now in the announcements.
I haven't seen the color match one.
You might not have been added to it because we had a color match thread in the new artist boot camp, and we intentionally didn't want to like overwhelm you guys with color matching. But I'll post on Friday. I'll post all the details of how to join those Telegram chats.
Okay, I'd love to see that. Thank you.
Yep. Susan, what else?
Does anybody have any other questions?
No.
Good.
Taylor, do you feel like I missed anything?
I don't think so. This is more logistics. The time if you guys have questions. Are there any like stuck points in your business that, you know, would be helpful to kind of problem solve through?
No, like for me, it was really just the fear of the color match. Like I didn't really know how people learn that, but now you've answered that. So that's a huge relief for me because that's going to help me a lot. And I'm definitely, I want to do the color match, get on that group and just spend time on that.
Yeah. 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 And there are a couple like color match trainings as well that might be helpful for us to post. So maybe I'll find a good one and post it in the new artist boot camp as well. But don't feel like you have to do it. But if you want to learn more, it's a great way to be able to learn more about that.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Honey, were you going to ask something?
Well, I haven't done a video of myself doing my makeup, and I think I'm just a little overwhelmed. I saw a video about doing that, and I just need to sort of spend some time practicing that and on the technology a little bit with editing the video and that kind of thing. So I'm a little behind on those things, but
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sort of like I haven't kept up, and I want to, and I feel like I just really need to go at my own pace. And I know that you guys are good with that, but because I'm running a design business and I have a shop, and I'm talking about it to people, and I've had a couple of sales, and a couple of people I've talked to and even did color matches. They like want to see the makeup, and I really only have what I got in my kit.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done a couple of makeovers and had a couple of sales, but I'm just sort of tiptoeing into it. I would like to get a comfort level with doing a video and with me doing my makeup, but I'm not there. So
Yeah. I have a question about that. So
Okay.
for you, is it more the like time and the logistical aspect and knowing how to edit it? Or is it the actual recording the video? Like which one seems harder to you?
All of it, because I haven't done, like I did a video of myself unboxing my box and I propped up my phone. Like I feel like I don't know if I have the tools to do a good video and the lighting and all the things, and then editing it. And there was a really good video. You did it, didn't you do that, Taylor?
About how to edit? Yeah.
Yes, and it was so good. But again, I feel like I need to watch it again and go through all of that. So it's just finding the time to dedicate to sort of doing it and learning what to do with the editing. And like, do you guys use like a light ring when you do it? Are you looking into a mirror? Like, what are the secrets behind the scenes of doing your makeup? Like, I feel like I'd want to be looking into a mirror. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid questions because I've never done
No,
this.
not at all. Yeah. So I will say, the mirror thing we can chat about in a second. Let's talk about lighting first. Yes. Can you use a light, like a ring light? You can, but I honestly don't recommend starting there. I recommend, trying to find time during the day. So that might have to be on a weekend where you have natural daylight and doing it in directly facing a window. And like, I will tell you, people literally like it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I've seen people literally take duct tape and tape their phone to the window so that, like it doesn't need to be fancy. So no one else knows what the behind the scenes looks like. So keep that in mind. Or you can prop it up, or you can order like a little stand if that's something you want to do, but don't feel like you need to invest in a lot in order to make this useful.
Okay.
Now,
are you
I will-
to a mirror when you're doing your makeup? Because like I've never done my makeup without a mirror. So are you like having your phone there and a mirror? Like these are the
I-
mysteries to me.
I don't. I honestly don't. I use my phone to watch
Okay.
what I'm doing, and then I'll
Well,
use my
makes sense.
compact to check. But I do have artists on my team who definitely they're like, Taylor, I can't see what I'm doing in the phone. So you know, sometimes I've heard like if you have an iPad, that might be an option because it's a little bigger. But if
Mhm.
not, like find a windowsill and set up like a little like hand like mirror of some sort if you need to. I think the biggest thing is it doesn't really matter how you do it. It doesn't need to be perfect. I think some of it is you'll figure it out. You'll learn as you do it. So the learning is in the doing. So I would encourage you just try it out, even if it's a mess. Like no one else is gonna know. They're gonna be like, "What is this makeup?" You know, they're gonna be more fascinated by that than anything.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we talked about it. That was helpful.
Oh, good. The other thought I have is so you don't have to worry about the editing. I'm a little curious, what would you think about going live so that way you don't even have to worry about the editing part?
I don't mind it. And when I did my unboxing, I was fine with that because I felt like it flowed naturally. So I think I could do that.
Yeah.
But
I
that's longer. I think it's a longer thing. And I know, you know, you talk about people having short attention span and kind of needing it to be a little shorter. And then with the video, you can speed up the brushing and blending part.
So yes and no. I think a mixture of videos is important. You do want short videos that capture people's attention, but people love watching live makeup tutorials. And I think that especially like I once had an artist tell me, she was like, I never had anyone teach me how to do my makeup. So that was what drew her into this is the fact that someone on a live video was teaching her how to do her makeup. And now she's the one teaching people.
Okay.
And so that's the thing that I think of. And I will say, I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions. I don't know exactly your age, but this artist in particular was saying like her whole thing is she talks to like more the mature skin women category. She's 50 and she says like, listen, no one taught us how to do makeup. Like that's what I'm here for. And she literally tries to speak to the women in their 50s and says, I'm your person. So, because you're going to really connect with potentially like more like people that are like-minded to you in some ways. And she's decided, I'm going to market to those 50-year-old women who feel like they have no clue what they're doing with makeup. So they don't wear makeup at all, but they wish they could wear makeup. And she's like, that was me. And I will tell you, she has a lot of success in this company. So some of it too is you'll see like that's the other aspect. You'll see all these really long makeup tutorials. Like if that's not you, like just go live and show them how you do 3D foundation and teach them a little bit. And then if it's 20 minutes, people will watch or they might skip forward through like after the live is posted. But I guarantee people will still watch and they'll still enjoy it. And then you can, as you gather more skills, you know, start to learn the video editing side slowly but surely. But I think the biggest thing is get videos out there right now.
Okay.
So people are
Okay.
exposed to the makeup.
Okay. Well, that's great
Throughout
feedback.
I went.
Glad I hopped on here.
Good.
We were out to dinner with a birthday thing and I was like, oh, I'm missing a video again.
Good. Yeah. Anything else? Susan, were you about to say something? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that's the route I went. I was so nervous about editing, so I just started hopping on live, and then I learned editing a year and a half later.
Oh,
so
A year and a half. Yeah.
there it is.
yes.
One little other tip I was thinking of though, that I tell a lot of my team to do when they're first starting out is just get videos recorded. And like when you're doing your makeup in the morning, even if it's not the best lighting or anything, prop your phone up as you're doing your makeup and just do your makeup like you normally would. No talking, no tutorial, just get video. And then maybe you have a little off time, then you at least have a video to start learning how to edit. You're not being like, oh, now I got to go create the video. And you're like killing two birds with one stone. You have some content for the future, but you're putting on your makeup for the day. And again, that's relatable to people sometimes. It's just being like, oh, this is literally how she puts her makeup on.
Right. I love
so.
that.
Okay. Great ideas. I love it.
Anything else?
It doesn't take 20 minutes either. It's fast.
It is fast.
I know, it's so fun. You know, most of my people, because I work in fitness, so normally before I started doing this, I would just like finish teaching or coaching and I would just like run out of the gym. But now I've been doing, like, I make sure that I do my makeup. So they have, like, actually at one of the places where I work, it's like a big makeup counter where all the women go. And so I start doing mine there and people are like, wait, what's that? You know, and they are very curious.
Love
So that's been helping me because everyone wants to know. And there's all different ages in there. I've got like kids who have nothing to do with what I do at the gym, but maybe they're doing like swim team, you know, and they're like in high school. So that seems to be a really big, people are really interested there because they haven't seen it before.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome idea. Yeah.
Oh.
Take it out. Do it in public.
Yeah, take it out. Exactly.
Yeah. I've had, like, it's a little harder in the airport now because we have to wear masks, but like I've had people like be like, what is that you're doing? I'm like, I'll do my makeup in the airport, but at this point I don't care. I'll do it wherever. But it is interesting. People, I think the point in that is even if people can't duplicate that, what it does show is how intriguing this makeup is. It catches people's attention. And I always say, like, as long as you're showing up and putting in the work of sharing you and your life and featuring the makeup, the sales really do start to come easy. A huge piece of this is just consistency is the name of the game. The product really does sell itself.
It totally does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anything else? My computer's about to die. I can go grab the charger or we can just wrap up.
No, I think I've got my questions answered and it was so helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I can hop on.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I'll post the chats in a couple days so you guys can join, but just know you can keep asking questions there. So yes, you guys, you two have Chelsea personally, but anyone has their upline that they can go to, but there is some advantage of asking questions in more this community setting because you'll also get differing perspectives, whether it's from, you know, the leadership team giving different perspectives, or other people will just chime in and answer each other's questions as well. It's definitely, we call it community for a reason. We're all there to really help each other out. So don't feel hesitant to ask questions exactly like these moving forward. There are no dumb questions, so ever.
Thank you. No, the community seems great. Like I've learned a lot already from just, the community.
Awesome.
So.
You guys for hopping on, and it was fun doing this with y'all. So this will be like our last official call together of the New Artist Museum.
I know, it's so sad.
But you'll get to hear I guess this would be one other thing very quickly. Right now they're still on Monday nights, every Monday night at 8:00. We'll have what are called WAMs, weekly accountability meetings, where we check in on, like, you know, what your numbers are, share what wins are. If you're having struggles, you can get some coaching. And then usually we do some sort of teaching. And those are really quick 30 minutes. So Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. So
the link posted for that every week, or is it the same link? How does that work?
Yeah, it's actually this link every single week. But I don't know if I imported everyone yet, but you will if you haven't already started getting a weekly email. There are emails sent out about it. And then we'll also remind people in the community announcements as well. So,
okay, great.
All right. Perfect.
Thank you.
Later.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And thanks, Susan.
Yeah, thank you, Susan.
You guys are welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.